I've never started right here before. You've been in this creek with me a long time ago. It's been probably 2 years since we've been in here, and I've never got in right here. And it looks like it goes 2 different ways that way. So the goal is play before the storm comes. I did not bring your glasses just because there's so much tree canopy. Oh, this ain't the creek I want. I want to go that way. I have erred in my way. We're gonna turn around. Let's just look around right here before we go. Now morning, I should have brought your glasses. Yeah, this ain't the spot I thought I wanted to stop at, but it will be okay, I suppose. It will not be okay. Not everything will climb through all that. So let's press on to another spot. This is the spot I was looking for. I think I had stumbled on a private property before, a few minutes ago for me, seconds ago for you. I can tell I'm no longer there by the massive amounts of garbage here. I'm all the more cautious now that Zach, Bird Adventure Hour dude, sat on a snake. And I know that under spots like this is straight up rattlesnake territory. And homeless don't play that. Even stepping over logs, they'll be wadded up in the back. So it's always a good idea to step on the log and look under. I've always done that. It's worked. I've stepped over a copperhead once by accident, not paying attention. It wasn't here though, so maybe that doesn't count. And it wasn't in rocks, so it probably doesn't count. And it wasn't in the woods, so that may not count all the more. It was in our chicken house. Not the little bitty one, but the super long one. And my son said, "Daddy, look out for that snake, I'm gonna step on it." I said, "True, true." So what I'm gonna do here is, the road is up there. And when people throw things out of their windows, cell phones, pistols, Civil War swords, stuff like that, they fall down here. So let's look around. I don't know if y'all saw the video. I'll probably be talking about this for a while until I get everybody's reaction, because whoops, somebody needs to go see the duck dentist. Look at that. After getting chased by that horse, I decided I'm no longer one with the horse. Have any of you ever been chased by a horse? The horse that chased me, if you saw his video, you just see a brief moment of it jumping around in the tree area. And if you look to the left, you see me making my final dash to the creek. And then he turns his camera to me. he asked me, have you ever been seen a horse like that? The answer is no. But I haven't been around a lot of horses. I've been around a few, I've rode a few, but I've never been the owner of any. I did not know they could be trained to attack people. And it didn't just like run up and stop, because a few people have said, if it just stopped, it would have stopped. This horse ran up on me so fast, wide open, and chased me around about 5 million giant trees till I made it to the creek. It would chase me. I'd run up to a tree, a big tree, and I'd run around it, and it would run at me, and it'd stomp and jump up down. Then it would chase me around the other side, and it'd stomp, and I was constantly doing this. Then it would take off, and it would like get some more steam and come flying back at me and do it again. But when it took off, I would run to the next tree. Then it would come flying back and catch me before I got to the next tree, and I'd run around circles. And it was like something off a movie, because I could not get away from it. Man, I should have wore a helmet too. This is seriously hot out here. Last time I did this, it was winter, and I wasn't as concerned about snakes or getting me old melon sunburn. Someone said the horse may have had another one up there that was in its breeding time, and it might have seen me as a threat. I thought they were smart animals, just like dogs. I like all animals. I'm not a fan of OPDs, that's other people's dogs. But I've had my own. We grew up with more dogs in the yard than most people have all their lives. But when you're chased by the OPD, then it kind of changes your tune. But like the horse, if they're really that smart, and it was really just trying to show me that's its spot, trying to get me to where I don't go mate with its friend, which never crossed my mind, by the way. A clear sign of that should have been how fast I was running in the opposite direction. So yeah, that's why I'm still talking about that. And Zach calls me pretty often, and I answer the phone, and he's not doing anything but laughing. He said, man, I just watched it again. There is nothing in here to harvest, is there? This is just a walk along. I do know you pretty much have to sit or step on a snake to get bit, but like a psycho big giant black horse, it was like something out of a movie. I know, I'm going back to the horse story again. I mean, I've been chased by cows, but it don't bother me. I've been kicked, I've been pushed, I've been shoved. And you can't outrun a cow either, or a calf. You might think you can. Now yeah, if they put it in a pen and they can't do anything but run in circles, and you gotta grab it around the neck and throw it on the ground to show that you're able to do that, yeah, you might be able to catch it. But you won't catch them in our field. We actually hired someone to haul off a few. That was the worst mistake of our life. And I feel terrible because it was my idea. I just got beat to death by a little bull. And my dad didn't have the energy. I said, Dad, let's just hire this group of guys to do it. So we did. He said, they're just gonna come out there and stink and run them to death. 3 of our cows died because they went out there, it was about 90 something degrees. And he told them, he said, don't go out there when it's 1,000,000 degrees. And chase them around. And our cows are usually friendly. I mean, they like to show that they're big and push on your truck and put dents in it, that kind of stuff. But they did. They went out there in the hottest part of the day. They ran their horses so much, their horses were dripping and almost dead too. One of the cows died right there on the spot, and the other 2 died a couple days later. And we give them a couple $1,000. End up taking 3 less cows to the auction. It was a waste. Never again. That's another story though for another time. Let's talk about that horse, because there is nothing in here. There's another spot we can go to. Y'all remember this? This was here before, last time we came. So if you see this long wire in here, you know we've been here. I think I've had enough. But Zach, y'all got to check out his video. As he's holding up a revolver that he found. And something else, I don't remember. I even forgot the name of the video. Oh, it's something about snake bit. Y'all all know Zach Bird Adventure Hour. So go check out his channel and look at that. He just barely has a chance to turn the camera on because he's wide open running. And he said he was in the creek. He beat me there. He said that he didn't hear it because his ears are stopped up so bad. I felt that joker in the ground beneath my feet. I was like an Indian. I felt the vibrations and knew it was a horse. Now I know what you're thinking. They're Native Americans. Holy smokes, no, let's don't get on that topic. So I talked to some people who are Choctaw. Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians to be specific. And I know you've heard the slogan when you hear about casinos. The little thing runs across the bottom and it says, owned and operated by a Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians. So I got to thinking, do they prefer to be called Indian or Native American? Well, everything I read, I even read young Indians saying they prefer to be called Indians because that's what their ancestors were called. I mean, I guess they didn't have a name for themselves other than, you know, what Choctaw or Porch Indians or Creek. They didn't have a name where it put them in a group because they were the only ones here. So when everybody became politically correct, then this is going to really be offensive. Then it was probably a white lady who said they need to be called Native Americans because just like trees and rocks, they were native to here before. Well, it wasn't America either. So I found this fella on TikTok and I forgot what band of Indian he was. And I don't know if they're called bands of Indians, so if that's offensive, just deal with it because I don't know what I'm talking about. I just got that from Mississippi Band of Choctaw Indians website and their slogan. So anyway, I didn't do anything. He has a thing where he talked about Do you prefer to be called Native American or Indian? He says Native American. Do you receive a government check? He said no. And all these other things like TikTok does, and you hold up a sign, yes or no, or you shake your head. It's kind of cheesy. I watch TikTok without any volume because that way I can see what's going on, because I don't really have a desire to hear any of it. Every now and then, maybe. I don't even know where I got in this creek. So I sent him a message, and he said he knows that a lot of Native Americans prefer to be called Indian, but he prefers Native American for a few reasons, and he would do another little talk on it. I said, cool, look forward to hearing it. Well, you can call me what you want to. White trash, cracker, anything, I don't care. But I'm not saying everybody should have that same feeling. So let's go back up here and look around. So what do you think? A title like Native American that we came up with, or Indian? I would absolutely love for someone who was a Native American. I mean, there won't be one because it would be your ancestors, it wouldn't be you. Just like me, I'm not a European American, even though look at that, even though my ancestors bolted over from Europe somewhere. I'm just standard issue white dude American, I realize that. But anyway, what's your thoughts on it if your ancestors were Native Americans? Holy smokes, I'm burning up. Maybe it's because I'm talking too much and I ain't found anything. I come out here to find anything and I can't find anything. I watched, this is one of the most interesting documentaries I've ever watched. It was on Woodstock, you know, the big party in '69, I believe it was. It was absolutely amazing. It's on PBS. Absolutely amazing, all the footage they have of that place. There was about 450,000 people that showed up, and not a single fight, riot, battle, nothing. It was all peace, love, and happiness. Everybody running around half dressed, smoking the wacky tacky and rolling the Scooby Doobies, and just having fun. And my bride made a good point. She said there were no fights or battles, and it was every color person too, everyone. You name it and claim it, everybody was there, including your standard issue white dude. Nobody was fighting because nobody was drinking alcohol. And I thought, that's a doggone good point. Because when you start getting all crunk because you're drunk, guys, you know what I'm talking about, you think you're like a stud. I've never been a big drinker, heavy drinker, and I ain't got nothing against people who do drink. So there's really no point to this story other than there's a really nice bathtub. I got to ask myself as I wonder, do I really want to go this way or delete this whole video? Because I've talked about a couple of things that people may find offensive. If I have offended you, then you can deal with it in a couple of ways. You can leave a rude comment or a nice one to teach me that I have erred in my ways. or you can simply know that my thoughts and views do not define who you are. So just press on and go watch something else, because it's not my intention. My greatest problem is I'm one of those guys who's thinking I almost love and trust everybody I meet, and then come to realize that everybody's got issues, all the way to the very tip top of our incredible justice system. So where are we going? I'm looking still. I've taken the high road going upstream. I know what the problem is. Last time I came, it was winter, so I could see the bank. I could see a bazillion bottles. I could see everything. I can't see anything right now. All I can see is mosquitoes and these massive amounts of sweat that's rolling down my person. I know when I was in Japan, I absolutely craved learning about the history and the people and their beliefs. And then I realized, after me, because I wasn't married, so I had a friend that was a female, kind of a girlfriend, giving me a tour around everywhere, and I'd been there a while already and never encountered this. She took me, we can't get anywhere, she took me to a restaurant. And the lady come up in Japanese who worked there. First of all, everybody stared at us when we walked in the door. And I was in a very remote section of Japan. There weren't many Americans there. And the lady told her in Japanese that foreigners aren't welcome there, that we needed to leave. And I understood that. I could speak enough Japanese. I knew exactly what she said. The girl I was with did not realize that I understood what the lady said, and then she looked at me and started to break it down, and I said, I know what she said. So she was embarrassed and humiliated and all that. Yeah, because we were young, we were like all the people at Woodstock. It didn't matter what color, creed, anything. And give me some more fancy words that go with political correctness and we'll put them in there. It didn't matter, they loved everybody. Holy smokes, there's nothing in this water. So we left. And then it occurred to me that that is what happened to every black person long before I was born. And I knew that. I just never experienced it. And I wanted to hang around and say, look, you just give me 10 minutes. I promise you, you and I could be friends. Because I like you already. Because I don't know you. And I want to know you. But it didn't happen. And that's all it takes for people. How about that situation? I almost did a safety dance over this tree. And what happens is you don't take the time to get to realize people are people, so why should it be? Hey, wait a minute. That sounds like a song. Hey, young people don't see a difference. But some are taught the difference. So they grow up and they keep the generation after generation of hate and fear going to the next people. And they'll turn around and teach their kids. It'll never go away. It'll never stop. Which is sad. I'm done talking about that right now. Now you've definitely got a good reason to hammer me in the comments, but it's okay. I got to where I can't keep up with them anyway. Let's go peek over here. Because I got behind. I was in a bind. I was willing to make a deal. I came across this young man sawing on a fiddle and he was playing it hot. And then I left there because it was really hot. So That Civil War soldier that was, I don't know what the proper word is for it, dug up in that town in Alabama that I got invited to film. That video brought out some straight 8 hate, dude and dudettes. There's nothing over here either. It is the only video I've absolutely let the comments go on and didn't regulate, moderate, or anything. And I do on a lot of them, because some people have a creative way of absolutely cussing me out in complete sentences, no matter how many words I block. But that one I thought, okay, I really want to see who comes out. Where did we get in? I've done nothing but walk in circles here, and I can't go further that way. I don't want to go that way. And there's a storm brewing on the horizon. So anyway, I think you all know where I stand. If I had $1 million, we'd all fly to one location and hang out and talk and get to know each other. It'd be embarrassing for me because I'm not good at speaking in public. Never liked it. So I hide behind this piece of plastic. It's made in China, by the way. Somebody stinking hammered me for putting a Chinese-made flashlight on as a, you know that company that sends me those flashlights? They're cool. They said, no way will I support anything from China. I said, I'll get it. How are you gonna leave a comment without a telephone and a computer? Because they're all made in China. That's just the way it is. I'm done with this video. I got nothing to show you but that cave over there. I didn't even see that cave. Holy smokes, it's hot out here. This winter, y'all remind me, say, hey dude, go in that cave where that tub was. Right there. Right there. And we'll go over there and we'll get in that cave with a flashlight and the Uncle Martin Peacemaker. Because it looks like a good spot for a bear to be living. Uncle Martin, I need a taser or a stun gun. I'm just kidding, dude. Do not send me a taser or a stun gun. Thanks for watching my videos.